What's going on, people, and welcome to another episode of Futurecast. We've just finished with week 2 of the PUBG Europe Contenders, and we have had so much fun. As always, my name is James Banks, and I am one of your hosts, and joining me is the man in charge, the man who is the knowledge bomb of everything PUBG. It is Toby. Now, in this show, we break down what happens on the worst moments, the best moments, what we thought went wrong, what we thought went right, what teams are looking good. And also, I have to suffer some pretty bad things when it comes to actually betting, right? And we had a little fun bet between each other. There was a punishment, and we'll get to that very soon. But mate, this is going to be fun, isn't it?
It's going to be amazing. I'm excited, super excited, yeah.
I know why you're excited. I know why you're excited. All right, so to start things off with, Toby, describe week 2 in just one word. I know that's hard to do.
One word. I'm going to go back to what I finished. I think that was my final word of the previous Future segment. I'm just going to cut it down to one word. Okay. Zen.
Zoke and Nam, yes.
And they were week 2. They were week 2. I mean, not a whole lot more to it.
Hey, that was pretty good. I'm going to kind of be alongside him with that, and I'm going to say kills. Mine's kills because that's all we saw, right? Yeah. There was kills. I don't just mean in like a normal game of PUBG. This was monstrous. This was a whole different world of it. Main trend of the week. One of the main trends we started to really see from my perspective of week 2, comparison to week A, was the amount of utility usage. Now, there was an update for PUBG. We saw the Molotovs added back in. We saw bikes come back in as well. Bikes were a lot of fun. As we saw some of these moments where people getting to grips with the bikes again after not being in game for so long.
Yeah.
But smoke placements from Group B, very executed well. We saw that a bit in Group A, but it was the grenades. There were so many grenade kills, man. Like, far more than what I expected.
That is true. For me, main trend of the week, I want to say on day 2 and day 3, how some of these teams that we didn't see a lot from in the beginning woke up. Like the waking up of some of the slumber teams. Because in Group A, we still have some of the slumber teams that have yet to wake up. But I feel like here, for the most part, all the teams actually had at least one game where we can go back and say, if they can go back and do this again, they've got something going their way.
Top moments of the week. Now, my top moment, and because even when commentating it, we lost our minds. I did not know which way this was going to go, and it was Phoenix's win. It was 1v4. There was no way he was going to get it done. Somehow they start pushing up to him. He gets the knocks in, he gets the kills, and then it goes into a 1v1, and you're like, all right, definitely, they've still got the advantage. Phoenix is low on health, and he just barrels out the node, and it's like, nades, again, nade. They just keep happening. And down to the last wire, you could not call which way was going to happen. This man lets out a big yell of, what? And it's just like the most insane ending ever, because I think he was on like less than 30 health or something as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was nothing Rip could do there. Completely.
And Phoenix walk away with a win. That was just absolutely crazy.
It was absolutely insane. For me, top moment of the week, and it's not even a play, but it's predicting the military circle.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I don't know why that is. It's just, I don't know why. I tend to try and do these things for fun. Because, disclaimer, I have no control. As much as we're making jokes of it, I have no control. But I just said, military game? Douche! Not even military, but like crazy Western South military game, and I lost. That was hilarious.
And this is funny, right? Because we do take a lot of jokes, right? And I always joke, and I'm like this with Toby. Toby's doing this. He's like, he's got his little phone out, and he's like, I'm going to send them to, boom, military base. He doesn't actually do that, right? That's just me having a bit of fun with it. But he predicts the circles so well. They continue to happen, and I'm like, this man, he's running some sort of simulation. It's literally like being in an episode of Rick and Morty. Worst moments of week 2. For me, the worst moment of week 2. And it's not so much moments, it's more the team itself, but Game Legion. Game Legion started off really strong. They had a couple of nice games in there. They had positions that we started to see, okay, this team's coming alive. And you've got to remember, for you guys at home as well, these teams have all qualified, right? They've all worked so hard. But in the last 2.5 days, we must have seen them out of what? So that's out of 12 games. They must have finished at least 7 times in 16th place, going out early. They were taking challenges a little bit too early. They were going into fights and not backing away in time. And it was horrible to see them go from 3rd place all the way down to outside the top 8 now as we end week 2. It's almost embarrassing.
And that's the thing, right? Because they were up there. They were the team, like they were compared with Vietnam, how they constantly getting kills, good placements, but not getting that win. They were doing the exact same thing, and it was a question of who is going to propel themselves above. And as much as Vietnam went up and above, I mean, Game Legion just crumbled.
Yeah, massively so.
For me, I'm going to say worst moment of week 2, in reverse to what you called your best moment. Losing a 4v2 is not something you want to do. I mean, Phoenix, they got things going. They had themselves that Miramar win on day 1, but allowing for them to get that win, 4 versus 2, you have so many advantages. Sure, you just came out of another fight. You had a guy knocked. You got him back up. But once you've got him back up, reset, you look at that counter. Good. 6 guys alive total. Do the quick math. 2 enemies. We just eliminated 1 team. We saw them down here. They know where they are. They know how to play it, and they failed it.
Lost opportunity of the week. The biggest failure. Now, for me, I feel like Secor's lost opportunity was many of their games was where they would get into good positions and they'd go out just outside the points. And they had multiple opportunities of pushing the circle in the right way. They were going across a little bit further. It was looking like strong performances could come out there. And it wasn't like they were engaging in the wrong fights. It's just Sunzi, who started off really strong as an in particular individual, was having great games, tailed off towards the end, right? And it just seems like the team fell flat at the end. And I think the lost opportunity is they've now gone from being in second place, very solid second place, to having Tornado right on their heels. And other teams now can potentially overtake them. And the thing is, Zen's so high up, right? 184
Doesn't even
points.
matter.
They're looking insane. They're in such a good spot. It'd be not impossible, because everything's possible, but almost impossible for them to lose now. But for like Secor, they could easily, from the other team stepping up, be knocked outside of that top 8. And that is what's so scary for them. So for me, when they come into the rest of the games going into week 3, they need to be much more hot and heavy when it comes to it.
Very much true. Very, very, very much so. For me, lost opportunity of the week, and it's actually a very specific moment, but it kind of showcases the entire lobby. We had in day 4, we had a game where the circle went west. I think it was game number 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. The circle goes north when we think it's going to go south over Georgia Pole. And we're like, wow, we did not expect that to happen whatsoever. And way up north, you have that team where you go, well, okay, they 200 IQ calculated this one because they're sitting up there. And they got the entire circle to themselves. No, not fair. It wasn't that game. It was the game with Georgia Pole where it's like Phoenix. Phoenix was sitting up north over Georgia Pole. So despite the fact they had that insane 2v4 win, they were also the team to have a circle where they sit way up north. They have the entire circle to work with, and they stay on the edge. And I'm like, guys, you've been here for the last 5 minutes. You know there's no one here. Why sit and wait for people to take the center spot when you have a chance to go and take it yourself? Sure, you don't want to be forced into too many fights and whatnot, but it's right there. Take it. I mean, and that's kind of been the thing for this lobby. And that's the reason I think that we've seen Sukhotnam being allowed to do so much. Because were Sukhotnam in the lobby with more aggressive teams, with more teams that dared to confront them, they would not have been allowed to do this. Because sure, they might have won a lot of the fights, but those fights they would have won wouldn't have been 4 guys alive. First fight, they're going to boom, lose 1 guy. Second fight, boom, down to 2 players, and then you see them fall off late, right? But because nobody ever stopped them, nobody ever confronted them, they're always like, oh, Sukhotnam, and ran away. That's why they're allowed to get up into that spot. So for me, lost opportunities were literally chances they had to take a part of the circle that they didn't.
Slaughter of the week. And when we say slaughters of the week, right, straight away the game that comes to my mind is there is about 4, 5, maybe 6 teams at one point all fighting for 1 compound within a circle. And it was Stella, who were actually having a good day at this time. They were having some good games. They rolled up in, there was Riddle already there, and there was, I think it was 7 already in there, and they were fighting out on the compound. Stella just came up and thought, yeah, we're going to third party this. 2 players down instantly, the other 2 weren't even close. So it was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it did make a lot of sense.
And it was like, why are we playing this? Then 7 came in, then Riddle were in on the other side.
Sukhotnam came in there as well.
Came in, and they actually Sukhotnam actually lost that duel in the end, right?
Yeah, it was chaos.
But it was just a complete slaughter. In that little bit of time, we must have seen kill. And, and the thing is, it didn't benefit anyone at the end of it. Okay, you were getting kills up on the points, but no team walked away with a lot of players left alive. I think it was just 2 players that walked out of it, and you're sat there going, well, we fought a lot, but we didn't get a lot out of it, and it was just down to throwing players at it non-stop.
Exactly. And it wasn't one team getting all the kills, so you could say, well, at least they got the kills, because they all got like 2 kills, 3 kills and died. Exactly. So yeah, true. It didn't really work out for anyone. For me, slaughter of the week, Sukhotnam. They slaughtered the entire lobby all week.
I wonder where you were going with that. I was thinking for a second, it's like, wait a second. I don't remember Sukhotnam getting slaughtered.
We talked about coming into day 4. We talked about them having an average, we're saying average of over 8 kills per game. That is on par to anything you normally ever see in PUBG. That's absolutely insane. And this is a good lobby. I mean, they're making all the other teams look bad by being so good. But these teams that they're up against, they're good. Vietnam, they're just unstoppable.
Well, that's kind of our review on all the moments that we saw here throughout week 2. And week 2, honestly, I would say impressed me more than what I expected. Time for punishment.
Yes. It is.
So I'll let you just explain of how badly I messed up.
Okay, so for those of you guys who haven't seen the video of last week, what we've been doing is we had a bet, a legitimate bet. We picked the team he picked first, could have taken any team he wanted.
Whoa, okay, no.
Could have taken any team he wanted. First pick, could have done whatever he wanted. It's like when you're doing card checks, right? You could have picked any card you wanted, but you're always misleading them. So he goes out and picks 3D Max. Good choice. They stumped the qualifiers. Why wouldn't you pick them? I thought, I'll go with another team. Pick Vietnam. They did better, and now the punishment time is here. So without further ado, what I think I'll do is I'll throw it over to Celine Dion, sitting next to me, and let her take the stage.
Now, before I have to sing this god-awful song, first of all, that movie sucks. I don't care if you like that movie or not. That was an awful movie. The song is even worse. I am not going to enjoy any moment of this. My mum forced me to watch this movie ages ago.
He's going to like this.
No one's going to like this because they have to hear me sing. But my main issue is that literally, my mum made me watch this when I was young. I hated it. It was like an emotional movie, and that's not really me kind of style. And I was just like, I don't get it. There's no point to this. I want to see something better. I want to see, like, I don't know, kids' cartoons or action movies or something at the time. So this is even worse. And no one behind the scenes knew that I had this kind of hate for this song. And yet now I'm going to have to sing it. But on what you were saying there with Zoken Nam. All right, I've got the backing track in my ear. I'm ready to take my punishment. Toby, this will be your most enjoyable moment ever, I am
Starting
sure.
to doubt it.
Okay. Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on.
So deep, James.
Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you. Go on. Screw you, Toby. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart. My heart will go on. Oh, God.
I gotta say, 10 out of 10. There you go.
I never want to hear that
if
song.
You know what? I'm gonna
again.
send it to any TO you've ever worked with, and next time you ever get a stage host job, I'm gonna have them force you to sing. Imagine being at a major starting to sing that on stage. That would be the best thing ever.
It's not gonna ever happen again.
Oh,
I'm
you say
sorry
that
if
now.
I ruined your ears,
You
people
say
at
that
home.
now. You
I
say
tried
that
my
now.
best. Lighters up in the air and all that good jazz. Because one day I
This is
may
going
make it
on Reddit,
stage.
that's for sure.
Yeah,
Do you have like a big following on any social media anywhere where we can link
just
it?
on pretty much everything, sadly.
Oh,
Toby.
there you go. That's perfect.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
make
is
sure
gonna
to
go well.
hashtag everything that has to be hashtagged. That's great.
Well, you didn't die when I was singing it. Off camera, I might kill him for the punishment, but we'll wait to see how he survived
That
into
is
week
true.
3.
It was very enjoyable. Very enjoyable.
So now,
Yeah.
with some hope that I might get revenge here, we are going to do our next prediction on bets for week 3. And this time around, Toby, it is who is going to take second place, because you can't choose Zoken
can't
Nam.
say Zoken Nam
Nope, he's
again.
not getting away with that. He's no trickery this time.
And we're staying with Group B.
Group B we're sticking with, right?
Okay.
And I'm going first because I lost, and you have insider
Well,
information.
you lost when you went first last time, so.
But you had insider information, so he cheated. It's the only way this guy wins at anything. So, I've got a decision to make, because Seacorg have dropped off a bit, and Tornado have looked better, but it is still so close between second to like 10th. Anyone's game, really, right? Anyone can come back into it. I'm going to go out there, and I don't know if this is risky or not. I really don't want the bloody punishment either, so this is just going to suck regardless. If I lose 2 weeks in a row, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. It's not happening anymore. I'm going to go out and say Tornado are going to be the ones that end up in second place.
Okay. I'm going out on a limb here. And it's half because I feel bad that you lost and I want you to win. But it's also half because I think there's actually a chance this could happen. It's a long way to go. But I've seen the light now in the sense of possibilities and options. And even though they're currently sitting in 9th place.
Way. You're picking Stella.
Stella. Prove me wrong. Not prove me wrong, prove me right. Give me a reason to believe in you.
Tornado.
I want you guys to finish in second place. Currently, you're 40 points behind second place, and you got 8 games to make up for it.
Tornado, you're my pick. You guys go get it done. Ruin him so he has to take the punishment. We're going to make this happen. Now the punishment, and you guys back home, you're going to love this one.
I forgot to ask about that before I said my prediction. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
So the prediction is that you're going to have to wear something embarrassing and silly during the next show. Whether we choose a hat or something, or some crazy mask, or a wig.
I look good wearing anything.
You wait and see. I will turn that around. He will not look good wearing anything. And the winner gets to wear a level 3 PUBG helmet because they are the go-tos of this all. They are the number one. They are the masters. So this time around,
changed my prediction.
You just got to enjoy your glory moment.
Stella, I believe
Stella.
Stella.
You enjoyed your glory moment of just sat there listening and laughing at me. While you look stupid, I get to rock the level 3 helmet because I'm going to win next time around.
Fair. That's how it is, and that's how it is.
Future casts. This is what it's about. This is what we like to do. I don't like to sing. You guys definitely don't want to hear me sing. But if you like our voices in general, make sure you're joining us to watch all of the PEL action that's been going down here. We've got week 3 coming up. We've got so many more games coming your way. And we'll get to find out if Toby is going to be wearing some stupid stuff when it comes to the next show. And he's going to have to wear it all show long while I'm rocking my level 3 helmet.
Still, got it.